Jason Crumpacker, and I'm involved in the promotion team of Global Missions, largely dealing with deputation. Today we're going to go over a few things from your short-term missions handbook. As an AMPer, you are allowed to travel 3 months out of every 2 years. Now, this does not mean that we're going to build you a custom deputation schedule, but it does mean that you'll be able to contact the district global missions directors and ask them for their help, or just ask them for the ability to try and make your own schedule in their district. Occasionally, global missions will have small pieces of deputation that become available for various reasons, and we will turn to AMPers to take those schedules. But we have to know who you are and where you are and when you're going to be there. So fill out the deputation availability form that is discussed in the handbook before you come back to America. If something matches to your availability, then we will contact you, assuming that you gave us good contact information, which has been a problem before. There are some things in life worth paying attention to and doing right. This handbook that you're working on is one of those things. As we go over some things, keep in mind that this could be the beginning of the rest of your career. So you want to do it correctly because you're going to be fundraising in these districts 6 or 7 times more before you retire as a crusty, grizzled, white-haired old missionary 40 years from now. District and office reports are a snapshot of how you did in the district. They are the only way that we find out that these churches gave money to missions and how we give them missions giving credit, which is very important. They are how you pay your tithes, which is important. As a missionary, you now pay tithes to the district that the offering came from. That's just the way it is. It is very important to discuss with the pastor before you arrive at the church the need for 2 separate checks. Many churches write these checks out before you get there, so when you arrive, it's too late. And it's important for lots of reasons that are discussed in the manual why you have 2 separate checks. If you want to send in a check, but they wrote your name on it, do not sign the back of the check, send it in, and we can deposit it into your account. If you haven't looked at a district and office report yet, stop the video and go find one. See your handbook for the link, print it out, pull it up on your screen, look at it. I'm just going to skim over a district and office report for you. At the very top left, you're going to see a yellow square. Fill in the first date of the Monday that you're in that district, and it'll fill out the dates, the rest of it for you. Across the top, your name, your ID number, the district you're in, the dates you're in the district, please fill those out. And then you just fill out the church name, where you're at, who you're with, the pastor's name, any PIMs that you got. If you're in a place and you conference and you get several PIMs, just put 5 PIMs, $250. Fill that out. Don't put each one separately. The honorarium is funds that are kept by you for your immediate use for your expenses and for living. Then there's expense reimbursement, also funds kept by you, but that's where they tell you to pay, go ahead and pay for the hotel and they'll reimburse you, or they reimburse you for your gas or your miles. And then the money that you are going to be sending into Global Missions for your short-term missions account. And then there's some tax record keeping lines too. Those are important. It is a very good idea to keep track of your expenses for tax purposes. At the very bottom left, there are some instructions. You should read those. It tells you where to send the reports into and some extra information that you need to pay attention to. Your new life as a missionary involves some paperwork. Get used to it, embrace it, love it, or hate it, and figure out a system. Figure out a way that works for you. Become consistent with doing it. It's required, it's necessary. Figure out a way to make it happen. Turn the district and office reports in. Send them in, and if there's a problem, we're going to reach out and we're going to ask you kindly to fix it. We're going to discuss it with you, show you how to fix it, and we're going to get you to where you're doing them correctly. If you think that career missionaries get it right the first time when they come back on deputation, not so much. We help them too. We're here to help you guys. Doing this gets you doing things the right way and prepares you for your future. As far as receipts go, there's a digital receipt form available. See the handbook, or we can send you a good old-fashioned paper receipt book. Use them. There is a link provided for hosting forms. This is for the money that a church spends on you, but does not give to you or send in to us, such as hotels and food and other things that they do for you. Send them that link so that they can get missions giving credit for that money. My email is in the handbook. I respond to emails. Feel free to ask me questions after you have read the handbook, after you've watched the videos, and after you've looked at the paperwork and you have some idea and foundation of what needs to be done. Email me. We can set up a phone call. We can set up a some way to get together, or we can just discuss it over email. We're here to help. We're glad to have you. We're looking forward to seeing all the things that you're going to do in global missions and around the world for the cause of revival.